Hmm. We should be able to skip to here to get to here. And I think they just want me to go there. Looks like it's a place that has a high density of houses to check out. No fuel. Oh. Well, I'll be bringing fuel with me, I guess. No anomalies? Wait. Atmospheric shifts. Okay, no. It's actually a lot of anomalies. Uh-huh. They call it okay on anomalies, which is brave. It's the most anomalies I have ever seen anywhere, which is scary. So we'll see how that goes. I think we're just going to see how this goes. I just gotta dive into the scary thing for now. And see, and hopefully I can use G1 to get there, and this all works how I think it works. The hazards keep moving. My goal is apparently here specifically and not any of the other places that it might be ways of getting around the map, so I'm gonna go for that. Just hope for the best that it makes sense. Yeah, let's just see how it goes. It's gonna be worrying there. Right now I think the concern is that 3 different bad things are happening at the same time. Yeah, I should be able to get there through G1 as a shortcut, so I can basically just go straight there. I might just burst through G1 without doing... Well, I might grab any climb I can, grab the anchors, just because it might make it easier to escape from this dangerous zone without having to spend time there. But I'm not going to scavenge much because I'm trying to maintain my resources otherwise, to maintain my best chance of surviving in a scary place. Makes sense to me. We just gotta hope for best. And my moment of stalling back there was that I just got a sudden influx of messages. I'm like, what? No. It's a surprising complexity to doing a bunch of Let's Plays and stuff, is that these are big time-consuming recordings where I have to be in like a vacuum for my audience and just be spending time elsewhere. So I'm kind of like removed from... There we go. There we go. God damn it. Sorry. Fine. There we go. Let's go to this place. What? What does that mean? It like stopped halfway through? So the highway is its own... Okay, the highway is its own map, but it's just a straightaway where not much happens. So you spend fuel driving down it, and maybe some hazards happen, but mostly you just kind of go down it, I guess? Yeah, those are hazards. No aggro, no aggro. Okay, so that's how highways work. They do still generate a map. The map still has some level of hazards and uses your gas, and has some salvage if you want it. But it's mostly just a straight shot map that'll let you much more quickly arrive at your destination. Because otherwise these maps are so non-linear that they take forever to navigate across. Okay, I've never been here before. I'm a bit curious. Also, this is genuinely dark, so maybe this is where the flashlights are truly for. It's all Atra's fault. There's a weird tunnel intersection here. It might just be a prefab thing, so that you could have a junction if this map needed it for to logistically connect multiple places. There's nothing in here. Alright. Right now my goal is mostly just to go across here. Yeah, as a Let's Player, and I think this is true for streamers and stuff too, it's interesting how much you can just kind of run into like, fuck, the modern world has an expectation of immediate access. People expect to be able to access anyone at basically a moment's notice and talk to them or message them and so on. And you're expected, I can't scan that, and you're expected on someone level to respond in a reasonable time. But if you're like, when in my current video structure, I'm maybe going for 2 hours at a time without checking, without having the time to respond to anyone, without physically interrupting something I'm doing. And for streamers, some of these people go for like 4 to 6 hours per session. And it's like, maybe you make everyone wait till your next like bathroom break or something and sneak it in there. But it's just, it's interesting to see how they intersect. I've noticed that some people are really hard to reach. There's certain people that just like kind of don't respond to anything for long periods of time on any platform. And those people seem frustrating because you're so used to this idea. But I kind of have like a begrudging respect for that idea, and it kind of feels like a good precedent to set is just to like, if you get people used to the idea of constantly taking hours for you to respond to anything, then they just get used to the idea that, I guess he's just like offline or doesn't use his phone, or like they sound like a weirdo on some level. But it's like that delayed response set as a precedent helps push back at the idea of everyone having immediate access to everyone all the time. And that can all be useful. That's all interesting to think about. But on some level, I'm just like, what I need is I just need to have 8 computer screens. I just have so many computer screens, like Ozymandias, and then at some point, I can just see everything at once, and then I can respond to people with my thoughts. There's extreme conditions here, but it's just shocking speed. We're actually here in the middle of the day for once. There are 2 anchors directly next to each other, which is kind of weird. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick to my original plan, which is to not really gather in this run. I'm just going to grab the energy sources I can so that I can more easily use a gate in the really dangerous zone. And then we're just going to, like, see what happens in the dangerous zone and react to that in real time and focus on surviving, since it's the most dangerous place I've been so far, and I don't really know what it's going to throw at me yet. So based on that, we'll just see how it goes. That's the bad thing. Ah! The shocking speed was mean. Ow. Okay, I need to keep an eye out for that stuff better, because, like, my brain just did not react to it in time, what I was seeing. But, like, during the daytime, that little fucker has black smoke. Okay, so it's much... I mean, conceptually, things are easier to see during the day, but wow, that enemy in particular really stands out during the day. He has black smoke coming out of it, so you really know that you should drive around it. Granted, that one seems to have a really big area of influence, so I don't really know how to avoid it yet, but I think I have avoided a couple of them before by recognizing it in the dark. I wonder what this game's deal is with its day-night cycle, because I definitely do feel like... Oh god. Oh! The lighting was joining all those guys together. I definitely do feel like this game is dark way more than it's light, and I don't know why. I'm definitely like, let it be light sometimes. We're going fairly west, and this part of the map said dark on it. So I thought it was like I was expecting to be some kind of unnatural darkness, maybe a deep valley, which didn't make sense because the topography did not suggest a deep valley. But maybe like intense tree coverage or some sort of fucked up atmospheric thing. But going west has not made the map darker. It just seems to still be day-night. So I wonder why the map said dark. Could just mean that things went dark there, as in like lack of connection, lack of communication. Maybe someone took 2 hours to respond to a text message and like, ah, they're going dark. Okay. Where are those? So there are 2 of them in close proximity. A bigger one's on, oh, the bigger one's on my left. Got it. Okay, so we'll grab this one, then drive to that one. Maybe check the back of this car because it looks not broken. There's tourists around, so I don't want them coming at me. I call the visitors tourists sometimes. I'm sure you'll survive. Ah! You fucker. Okay, I'm dying of radiation now. Thanks, world. Right when I was trying to put it in. We're not even at the scary place yet. Okay, let's put the fucking parking brake down this time, because that might have been why that happened. I didn't really see what electricity caused that. But damn, that speed boost was rude. Anyone behind? Ah! Everything's fine. Ah! Stop! 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 No! 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 Okay, so it's just the bunnies. It's the bunnies that are being dicks, and the bunnies put me in drive and then launch me. Stop it! No. Okay. And there's that dark. I think a dark cloud is another one of those dicky things. Okay, am I currently safe for the moment? Let's check this truck and consider repairs. Fuck. We've been using some of the gas. Okay, that guy's not aggroed yet. Okay, so these just seem to be combined. Okay. So I don't need to fill both of them. They share one resource. Need to approach this thing to get its gas without getting into that guy's range. Oh, this thing has no gas. That's terrible. Does it have separate sources of gas throughout the vehicle or anything? Yes. Technically. Okay, so you grab this one. There we go. But overall, I don't need that much gas right now, apparently. Doesn't hurt to refuel. Is this one following me yet? Maybe not yet. Putty me up. Okay. Okay, it's not moving yet. I never know if they're gonna follow me or not. But I would like to de-yellow my vehicle before I enter the damage zone. This fucking speed boost thing is very good at damaging your vehicle. It's like, hey, what if I drove your car into a wall? And you're like, please don't do that? Like, I'm gonna do it. And I just don't appreciate that kind of gumption. Back right panel, front left thingy. Headlight. It would be helpful if I could see what needs repairs from outside of my vehicle instead of inside my vehicle. Which I guess is the assist that you get from the garage, is that it tells you that stuff. Everything closed up. There is a scary cloud coming. Don't like that. We shall evade the scary cloud. That's the bad thingy. Electricity aura bad. Especially with that electricity getting actively worse now that the electricity does what it does to me. Being in zones where the electricity on top of damaging the vehicle speed boosts me is alarming. I also don't know if any of this electricity makes my battery recharge. I feel like my battery would be more charged than it is right now because it's been electrocuted a lot today. But I think only lightning strikes do that. from the above. A lot of electrically bound visitors. Oh no. Jesus. Please don't. Oh, these things are fast. No! 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 Okay, we're only hitting trees at least. This poor bumper, though. Oh, the bunnies. They're such dicks. And another electricity thing. Uh-huh. Stay out of its range. I must have entered some radius. I don't think I hit a tourist. A visitor. Tourist? Visitor? I forgot what they're called now. I fucked up the name enough times that I don't remember if any of the things I'm saying are the name of the thing anymore. And things are yellow again. But I assume, I think I didn't hit it, so I must have just entered the range where the electricity must have arced to me. But I can't see it because I'm in first person, so I can't see when it arcs to me. Okay. Things could be going better. Took more damage on the way to the scary zone than I meant to, and once again, multiple things that I just fixed are damaged again. I did get attacked, and that was rude. Now it's the other headlight. But I would just like to enter into the scary zone with everything already in the green before I then have to worry about what happens when I'm not in the green. Rat-tat, tat-tat. Big scary cloud will never reach me. Goodbye. I just turned it off again, didn't I? Nope, I didn't. Then I did, but then I did when I thought I did. I'm smart. Alright. I have all the 1.4 clim that was available. I'm gonna have to get more in the zone because it costs 2 to escape. They're not gonna make it that easy on me. Eerie darkness? Uh-oh. Disruptive discharge. Well, now we know why this zone's called dark. Okay. Swift storm. Uh-oh. Okay. So the storm is probably faster than normal. Yep, electricity depletes my battery. The storm is probably faster than normal because it's called a swift storm. Angry face. Eerie darkness I take to mean that this place is unusually dark, so I need to use my energy. I need to use my lights to be able to see. I should really craft another. I should have crafted another flashlight. I probably can't afford to make another one, and my current one isn't doing great. I probably should have installed the floodlights that I thought about installing, but the next side rack was going to be expensive. I want to put on the right side next to the electricity thingy. Alright, let's just see what happens when we go to a really scary, dangerous thing and be scared and in danger. What could go wrong? At least I upgraded my headlights. We're going to really see how strong they are now. As eerie darkness definitely seems self-descriptive. This place must be supernatural dark. Yep. It's pretty dark. So we're currently within the confines of the... Yep. Nope, can't see anything. Okay. Alright, so it's called Swift Storm, and it has this iconography of the bad storm that... Uh-oh, here it comes. Yep, it's already starting. Okay. Okay. I need to grab this clim as fast as possible, and then try to set an anchor point and flee this place as fast as possible. That's it. That's, I'm unhappy. No! Okay, at least we don't speed boost. Uh-oh. Don't want to do that either. Okay, I'm immediately unhappy about being in this zone. Just gotta get to this one spot. It's over here. I don't see the yellow bad stuff on the map yet. We're just gonna move. We're just gonna move. Okay. Please don't steal my car. I somehow didn't seem to get shocked when touching the shocked door. Okay. We're just going to leave immediately. I'm just on the rim of the allowable zone for being able to lock onto the spot. We're gonna haul ass out of here. Which I can do in almost a straight line. Oh, weird stuff around. Okay. Oh, the red's already coming. Even before the yellow reaches me. Okay. No big crashes, no big crashes. Oh, don't hit a big tree. Only small trees, please. Small trees only. Big trees need not apply. Not looking for girthy partner. Nope. Yep. Okay. So as far as my goals go, pretty successful. Nothing bad happened overall. Immediately took a bunch of damage. Jesus. As far as audience,
thing you saw was not Bigfoot. Never was. Never will be. Don't let Tobias and Francis fill your head with that nonsense.
I admit that from audience perspectives, may not be the most satisfying thing when they watch somebody spend 3.5 hours building up to approaching this location, only to then leave the zone within 120 seconds. But fuck it. Let's fix this guy up. You have watched me spend so much time with repair putty right now. I'm running out of chemicals. I don't even know what chemicals are. Just the abstract premise of chemicals. Electricity still hasn't discharged. I guess you do. The portal does take you here like in real time. Both doors on this side, because I slid down the wall. Oh my goodness, that's really low. I slid down the wall, slid down the hill sideways. So that had a bad time for me. A lot of damage to the flanks. Flanks for the memories. Do. I already repaired you during the mission. I'm feeling really incompetent at the moment. Alright. Do stacks of 3 again. Doing okay there. Didn't use any of my resources really, so the replacements didn't exactly come into thing. Quirk! What is your quirk now? You have a new quirk? Can you not? I put more stuff than that in there, didn't I? Did I lose some of my storage? Maybe. Maybe it came exploding off. Oh my god. It has never given this much before. This is so much scrap metal. I starting to feel like a fucking mini game, like if I gotta keep catching it all or it'll stop or something. Weird. Okay, well that was a lot of scrap metal and a couple copper things. I can once again afford powered boots. So I must have gotten more rubber back or something. 2.6 Klim is like okay. You're beeping at me. Photography has become increasingly difficult. Radiation and whatever else is happening here means most film is ruined. But you have to believe that I saw... Probably fine. Probably didn't die or anything. Alright, so we're gonna get scarier and scarier energy as we go forward. I can afford more locker. Let's see, what about the electricity thingy? The mini turbine, what's that? Using a large propeller to capture wind energy. Is using a large propeller to capture wind energy kind of a janky concept? It could be. Does it look just like a little amateur? It might, but does it work? Great, Scott, it certainly does. A side rack mini turbine. Does it mean that me driving fast recharges my energy? Solar panel is also a side rack. Why isn't it a roof solar panel? That doesn't make any sense. What do you put on your roof? Is it just XL? Oh, XL roof battery. Okay. You can do XL roof storage, I guess. Side battery. Wind mini turbine. Hydro generator. It's not simply that electricity from raindrops is being converted into electricity. It's that acid and heavy metals sometimes present within the zone's rainfall are being so utilized. So probably don't drink the water. So when it's raining, you regain. So there's just a bunch of different ways of regaining battery power, but they'll require a specific thing to happen to you, basically. I have the lightning rod. Yeah, I already installed that. What else was I gonna install? The light thingy. Roof floodlights. That's unstable energy, so I can't get it. How does it work? Like what? I don't know what direction the floodlight lights in. All directions? Only forward? I already have access to the side floodlights. Let's go ahead and get those built. Because I think I have enough flashlights and stuff, enough light bulbs and stuff around here. Side floodlights. Maybe another crude flashlight. Relightable flare. Ah, but I need to buy the side rack still. Which is my last one. Sugar, you're going down swinging. So I guess because you install these via the technology, you can't take them back off like other things. I didn't actually build the side thingy. I only built the bulb you need. So I need to hold it down to build the main thing. And to construct all the bulbs because we don't have enough bulbs on hand. Got it. How the fuck does this work? What the automobile world needs these days is more side-mounted floodlights. The practical application of such things may not be clear, but it looks like you may be about to find some. Alright, let's see. Does it activate from me turning on the headlights? Or are there controls for it somewhere? It's still off. Beeping at me. It's just the idea that I have a quirk. How do I use this ability? Please? Ah, side floodlights is an ability. Okay. Let's put it on X. And now I should have a light. Oh my god. Yeah, that's a light. Okay. That's about how I expected, I guess. And that's pretty easy to toggle on and off. Okay, good to know. So, now I can recharge that whenever I want. Battery's at 97%, so I already used 3% just using the headlights and the floodlights. So the floodlight is costly. But if I really need to see in the dark, I can park with my car facing to the left. You know, have my target on my right, and I can do that. And that works. So it's time to identify a quirk, but I don't know what the quirk is. So I'm probably not going to identify it, because I haven't noticed anything happening. So we'll just keep an eye out. If something weird, we notice something weird happening, it's once again time to try to remove a quirk. Whatever it is, it seems less obtrusive than it's less obvious in the fact that this thing kept popping up before. It's something that's relatively missable. And I don't know what that is. Are you repaired? You're repaired. Okay. So I'll put you in a separate spot. There you go. There you go. You are a spare flashlight. I might keep you in my inventory just because spare flashlights, the current one's gonna break, and then it's like, then I can't see. I probably want to hold on to the new one instead of letting myself have to find it later. Rude flashlight requires higher level stuff. All I'm going to currently afford is this auto vac upgrade or the athletic stimulation center. Important base upgrade. Definitely won't regret using these resources. Hello. We're all hooped up and ready to go. Get it. Get it. Oh, it's left is how you throw. Ah! There is a dedicated throw mechanic that has a specific speed to it. Yeah. Not high enough. This is the throw line, right? Yeah. Really gotta memorize this. Man, I am so much better at basketball in real life, which might be an unexpected reveal. Oh. Well, let's be clear, I'm not good at basketball, but I'm much better at shooting the hoops than this nightmare that I'm immediately not into. Oh my goodness. This is exactly the kind of thing that I do not like to do in games. Alright, so that's dead to me. Whoa, that's... oh wait, that's my second locker. Yeah, this one's still full of stuff. I thought I used up half my stuff somehow. Alright, so we can probably ignore the quirk right now. Whatever it is, it seems like it's not that big of a deal. I do need to heal myself. Double check the friendly dumpster because he just likes to surprise me with more stuff. Woo! Is that more putty? And food. That's too much putty to handle. Uh-huh. Heavy metal. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, should be good to go. But double check this weird building back here to see if anything's going on in it. It's just like threatening to develop something. I think I need some more stuff. Maybe drive your car in here to do something at some point? Can't scan this building to see what it does. Let's go ahead and double check that I haven't just like forgotten what this thing is. You cannot look over your shoulder very well in this game. Okay. Let's drive into it and see if it like lights up. Okay, it says that my wheels... it says that my doors are open. Yeah, my door's open. Okay, there's my quirk. When does the door open? That's the question. Let's diagnose this. Yeah, I don't know what's up with this room, so I'm gonna ignore this. Does it open when I'm backing up? When I'm accelerating? When I'm turning? Oops. I'm damaging my car now, so that's fun. Is it always the same direction? The problem is that I'm trying to keep track of left and right, but I'm getting that brain reversal you get when you're trying to back up cars and trying to think about things in those ways. I think it might be any time that I'm backing up and turning. This car is still moving. If I back up straight... No. Okay, no. I convinced myself that backing up straight didn't do anything. But it looks like it happens when I'm backing up straight, too. So just whenever I back up the car... It does that. Should be easy to identify then. So left thing is action, right thing is result. So where is backing up again? So car moves backwards. Front right door opens. Yes. There we go. Guess refunded. So I'm still good at guessing so far. Need two mechanics kits. Alright, so let's build 2 mechanics kits. Which I can easily afford, damn, okay. Somehow the most scarce thing in this resource is scrap. There we go. Yeah, I did have the question like, oh damn, the door is open, did I leave it open? That happened last time, so technically I did notice the quirk before. I just actually believed in human error being responsible. But I should know, I'm perfect, and so I actually never make mistakes, so whenever anything's wrong, it's actually because the game is being mean to me. And it's cyberbullying me, which it loves to do. Okay, all better. The damage I did to my car, just trying to diagnose this problem, is not my proudest moment. It was just, it's hard to drive around in this space. I have much better situational awareness in real life in my real cars. But video games are hard. This thing is generating loot. So I need to remember to check you also. Nothing new there this time. Like, so on top of the friendly dumpster, the friendly rando car also just generates loot. In addition to the fact that I can also scrap it, which maybe I should be doing right now, actually. It's the safest one to scrap. And then I can just put that stuff directly in my base. I am explicitly losing scrap metal as we go. So I should probably consistently farm the weird respawning car in my backyard for 100% of its scrap metal every now and then to make up for my lacking willingness to do so during the middle of runs. Because this one's just free. And this will probably break my scrapper, which will encourage me to switch nope, it's not broken yet. But it will very soon break. That's 20 scrap metal, yep. That's worthwhile. Alright, I should just put my other scrapper in my inventory so that when this one breaks, I'm just ready. Point where I might as well just take it and replace it in this slot too. Nope. No, damn it. I keep messing up the fact that A makes a thing switch inventories as opposed to clicking on it to pick it up or something. There we go. Everything is fine. See, I don't know what's up with how the game lets me... Okay, it does give you a little icon, so maybe it lets you overlap things, but only under the assumption that you're about to fix it. It seems like it does let you overlap things when the corners overlap like this, yeah. And it probably either won't let me leave the screen until I fix that, or it like resets to its previous location or something. Is what I would guess. That's weird. It defaults to equipping the one that's not broken instead of the one that's about to break. Weird. Don't know why it does that. Alright, let's fuel up. And check for the 100th time what I'm pretty sure of, which is that, yep, they share an inventory. So I actually never have to open that one. It really is just extended inventory, so it makes sense to put it inside. Because you want to open doors as little as possible. You can't change where they put the energy thingy, this thingy, but anything else you change. You might as well put the stuff that's fuel related inside the car, where you don't have to open to access it anyway. And then stuff that you want to access all the time, like these storage things you put on the outside of the car, to give you the least actions you have to do during high stress situations. Alright, car is pretty set to go. And we're running out of time for the episode, so I'll just start my journey to somewhere. And we'll finish it next episode, probably. Alright, so right now I need to go through the scary zone all over again, but this time I don't need to jump from there. I just need to reach this location. So we're going to go through here, and try to go relatively quickly at it, with the goal being to reach here. Which should be good. I'll at least select it right now. More to heal. Car is basically repaired. We're doing okay. And that zone should be less scary, even more so now, because I'm driving through it. I'll continue to collect some clim because we still have uses for it, but overall, we are kind of running out of uses for stable energy. And we really are like, the upgrades I really want are all hiding behind unstable energy and corrupted energy. So we really want to get to the next zone so I can start collecting that stuff more. But there are still uses for the current thing, as it takes to be. Let's see. Let's see. That. Okay, so this zone, once again, the highways are an easy way of getting from around parts of the map, because they're a straightaway, where you can mostly get away with just driving on the road. A downside is that you are not rewarded with any anchor. There are no anchors to gather on these spots at all. What the fuck? This seems like a safe chance to scan one of these boys. And actually, it may be a safe chance to read some of these entries I haven't caught up on. Telephone transcript on airstrip. It's called an airstrip. Tobias? This is Francis Cook. Yes, the scientist. I've got a bit of an update for you. I'm afraid it's bad news. Those drums of experimental gravity gel we were sending back to you are not going to get there. Neither is the truck, it seems. We had some kind of atmospheric shift, and then more anomalies than I think I've ever seen before. Everyone's safe, but our driver has a broken leg, and as for the gel, well, the whole strip of road between our lab site and the old gas station got smeared and scrambled, so now it's more like some kind of giant trampoline. I'm not kidding. Anything that touches that road just takes off. It's starting to spread to some of the forest and swamp nearby. It's not that the gel is just spilled on the ground, it's like it's part of the ground now. A part of the earth itself. So, I guess you can update your inventory logs on that. Is there some kind of maintenance request I should file for this? So it's like a jump thing? We already have other jump things, but I guess the other ones are hazards that are less consistent, and this is like one that will like react to us on some level. I guess it's good to know. Wriggling wreck, this little fucker. It's a trap. It's a goddamn trap. It's a monster. Didn't like that sound. Doesn't say I'm in danger, though. I think that was just birds taking off. This place is learning how to ambush us. You know what that means? It means it doesn't want us here. This place doesn't want us. A whole ass part of the world is rejecting us, trying to get rid of us, trying to push us out. Think about that for a moment. It's horrific. This thing was like some kind of wicked new wildlife, ready to spring at us. But only us. Except, you know what? It's not like wildlife. You ever notice that these anomalies don't attack one another? When have you ever seen them fight? Wildlife is an ecosystem. Infinite parts responding to one another. Anomalies? Listen to me. That's the zone uniting against us. So they're directly addressing the fact that these things never actually intersect with each other, despite being right on each other half the time. They kind of attack each other, if you count the part where, you know, the visitors explode. They get exploded by other things, like the lightning explodes the visitors. So if you count the apparent destruction of a visitor as an attack, sometimes that happens. Then it's not me doing it, and they're not really triggering at me. Crackling crawler. Hey, Jill. So we've been through the latest batch of tests, and almost everything is negative. You're right that this thing does respond to ground vibration and clearly senses nearby movement. But beyond that, there's no reaction to any other kind of stimulus. Not light, not sound, not radiation, nor any kind of changes in atmosphere, humidity, nothing. The best I can suggest right now is that its behavior is kind of territorial, often attacking anything it senses is close. Wait, not that I'm saying this thing is displaying intelligence. It's just some kind of chemical reaction. We're still saying that they aren't intelligent, right? And, anyone even begin to figure out what these things might be made of yet? They're, in 1975, they're still trying to say that nothing here is intelligent or acting with intent, which is very different from the wriggling wreck thing, which is funny because the wriggling wreck is, I guess it's a trap, but the crackling crawler is more directly, intelligently pursuing things. That's interesting. The crackling crawler is only in the damp forest. It's only in the starting area, and I've never seen one until just then. Airstrip found in none? What does that mean? I see one right here. Wiggling wreck is damp forest and blistering wood, so we get to look forward to those still being around. The pacemaker, found in none. What does that mean? What do you mean found in none? I found it. Oh, now it says damp forest and blistering woods. Oh, now this says blistering woods. So it's just kind of shitting itself for a little bit there, but then it remembered that it does have data? Okay. I don't want to drive into that thing, but I should drive into that thing. Just so we know what it's like, you know? This might be really bad. But I'm currently reasonably repaired. So what could go wrong? What could go wrong? Uneven terrain. I'll show you uneven terrain. Okay, I'm fine. Owie, my wheels. Okay, that was a bad wheel noise. Okay, my wheel's not yellow yet, so I'm not going to try to repair it quite yet necessarily, but that was not a great... Yeah. You definitely heard some car complaints that I don't want to recreate in the future. That was interesting. I pressed the left stick, and I had air control. Don't particularly think you'd be able to fly around reasonably or anything like that. Maybe. But I had some level of air control where I could control where I was going. With the left stick, I could tilt my car. Which is weird, because I don't know what my character is even doing in that context. What am I pressing to get air control? All I have is a wheel. And I really doubt that that's the thing I can do. Hello. I don't see a lot of gas stations in this game. Outside of, you know, the one that I live in. Oh, it's a friendly boy. With a dumpster pearl. There we go. Just having a look-see, having a look-see. This is a bathroom. Does it have secrets? Do I cut up the toilet to impress my boss. Have I scanned a door before? What if we don't remember what doors are? We better check. Anything hiding behind this door? Yes, but no. Oh, it's a double hinge door like in old video games. Once you see it, you can't unsee it, to the point where some people get annoyed when I point it out. But I'm like, yeah. Basically every door in a video game ever, it didn't even last that long, is double hinged. I want to use more of these right now. Alright, let's break the one that I was trying to break. They keep refusing to equip. It's one of those funny video game isms, is that double hinge doors are really rare. Like, there's sometimes, it's usually places where somebody has to use a door constantly but doesn't have hands. Like, a lot of kitchens either don't have doors, or they have double hinged doors, or they have like a flap or something. Because a normal door, you have to twist the handle of, is already a problem. But a door they have to twist the handle of and also only opens in one direction is bad. If you want people to be able to go in both directions through the door all the time, without effort, and not having the mistake of like, oh damn, it doesn't open that way. Ah damn, I've walked into the door slightly. Ah damn, I've dropped the stuff I was carrying. Ah damn. And then just like, everyone's having a bad time. Because that would be bad. The double hinge doors obviously exist in real life, but they're really rare. Most doors you encounter obviously open in one direction. That's why there's a open from this side. There's like push and pull signs at various businesses. All the doors in your house should only open in one direction. Is this secret loot? It is secret loot. Okay. The ones that open the backs of. I wasn't paying attention to these at first because I thought they were. Ah! I wasn't paying attention to these at first because I thought they were all just additional gas tankers. That's a big wheel. That's a big door. It's just a crude door. I'm gonna drop it. How do I drop? That drop. Let's not. Warning, scrapping crafted item. Technically. But I wanted to, because I don't want to carry around that thing that big when I can just put it in my stacks. Alright, so we gotta keep an eye out for the big trucks. They're hard to make out because everything's dark and formless. Oops. But some of these big trucks aren't gas. And the gas ones are useful too, but some of them have a giant haul of loot. Wow. I've been thinking about doors lately. Just me and my boring thoughts, I guess. But I've really been paying a lot of attention lately, post-pandemic, and this wasn't necessarily a pandemic thing, but some of it might have changed pandemic. But I think a lot of it was also just already true. What is that again? What the fuck? This just happens sometimes. Okay. I wonder if we're gonna explain this. But if you go to, I've been going to a lot of high traffic areas lately. Especially with how much I've been flying and going to conventions. And you notice how, like, a lot of these locations never want you to touch a thing. This is obvious about hospitals. Hospitals often... You never touch a door as a person at a hospital. You walk in the hospital, and the front door is either revolving or motion sensor, usually. Uh-oh, am I gonna be in the thing? Okay. And then, you go to a waiting room, which you reach without touching any doors. And then when you get to your doctor, or whatever appointment, the nurse or doctor or whoever usually opens every door for you and guides you through. So you never touch anything, which is really noteworthy because it's a place that has a high volume of people coming through it, but they're also all there because they're potentially sick. So it's noteworthy that they go out of their way to have nobody touch surfaces in the process of being there. I just find that kind of interesting. Some good planning going on there. But yeah, airports and places like airports just have a fuck ton of people, obviously, going through them. Where's my goal? Battery sapping is here. What does that mean? Oh, just my battery just drains faster here. Great. Okay, let's get to my destination as fast as I can. There are once again... Oh, and it's also dark here. So I'm gonna have to do some of this. Good reason to kind of book it too. Yeah, I've paid closer attention to how like airports are so carefully designed so that you, because there's so many people coming in and out of those places. Like, okay, the entrance is a motion door, and then every step of being in an airport, you do touch bins when you go through security, which is kind of unavoidable without changing how security works. But generally speaking, you're just handing people cards, and they're wearing gloves, and they hand your card back. And then you go through just like a lot of hallways and openings that don't involve touching a door handle ever. Because that creates a single spot that everyone's touching, which is dangerous. And particularly here in the Sacramento airport, I say here, it's 2 hours away, but it's the one that I use. Because that's my life. Oh boy. They have a one-way exit where they have you walk through a weird tunnel of a series of motion doors that all open as you walk up to them and then close behind you, and they obviously won't open the other direction, so it just creates a one-way flow of traffic. But I've really paid attention to its use of weird motion doors, because it's like, oh yeah, not only does it help them automate whether or not the door is openable, but the door specifically refuses, it's a process that involves you not touching anything. Which is clever. It's very smart of them. They're smart people, is what they are. Is that a bat or just that's just a normal blockage? Have I ever tried to scan a normal blockage debris thing? I'd expect it's not an anomaly, it's just debris. Oh, the zone... If we believe the zone is acting against our interests on purpose, then they might be creating these barricades. So maybe the barricade is an anomaly. Just a really boring one. This is a lot of rain. Alright, yeah. Uh-oh. I'm just gonna cut through. Fuck it. I don't think there's lightning in this area, so I'm not gonna get any power. Which would have been nice. But at least I'm not currently in, like, the electricity effects drain your battery. That's not a thing right now. Anyway, welcome to my dumb TED Talk where I'm just like, there are some spaces where conscious design happens and people carefully set it up so that, I didn't see it, oh, they made it so hard to see. No, stop, break. Okay, we're good. I'm just not using my windshield wipers at all, even though I definitely should be in real life in this context. It's just, they don't make rain. The rain does not seem to affect your windshield. There must be other uses for it then, right? There must be like, maybe there's like a Jurassic Park spitter that spits on your windshield. Is that you? Shut up. What turned you on? Yeah, maybe something spits on your windshield and you have to like windshield wiper it off. Maybe snow happens and that builds up more actively. Because the windshield wiper does not serve a purpose in the rain as far as I can tell. But yeah, I find it interesting thinking about architecture and like flow and like a lot of like city and civilization stuff where it's just like stuff doesn't just exist for no reason or just because people want buildings and someone like thought it would be cool to do it this way or whatever. It's like so much of life is carefully crafted with a specific purpose in mind or to solve particular problems or anticipate certain problems. And a lot of the design is invisible. And now I'm just remembering that there's a podcast called 99% Invisible, and that's basically why it's called that. Is because a lot of I just realized that I'm like repeating the reason why it's called that as a title is like because design is often invisible, and you don't, and there's a beauty to inspecting why things are done that way. What was the logic and whatnot. Oh god. Oh, that's very rude of you. Ow. Stop. Please leave me. Please leave me alone. I do not like to be electrocuted. Crazy, I know. I'm just kind of quirky like that, you fuckers. Oh, get off of me. Oh, my poor battery. I think we're gonna have to inspect what someone does to get more battery charge in this game soon. You know what? I'm not gonna go for that tougher spot. I need to get out of this zone that's draining my battery so much before things get worse. Turn my headlight off. Ooh. We're fine. Okay, so now my battery's low. That sucked. Highways are supposed to be a shortcut, and it turned out... did it say battery sapping when I was heading here? I probably should have paid attention to that. Probably on me. But this battery's not... This run is not doing great. And I should be worried about that. This is the highway that's supposed to be my shortcut to destinations, and it made me lose most of my battery. Yeah, heavy fog. Perpetual stability. It would have been safer to take this other route. Violent voltage. What? So my goal will just be to tear ass out of this zone as fast as possible, while having to worry about whatever the fuck violent voltage does. Not psyched about that. Okay. I'm gonna want lights on. I'm no longer swiftly losing battery power, at least. I've got a good amount of battery, so I can probably escape my destination pretty quickly when I get there. It's called violent voltage. That's gonna... Whatever that stuff is gonna be bad. We're gonna carefully avoid any blue that we see. And there's more on that. Oh, that's the good stuff. How bad is that? Get that voltage. Oh, those are bad. Get out. Alright. Did I turn the car off? No. I don't want to scavenge everything, but I do want to get that. That's, okay, there's a lot of electricity in my way. And the right side of it is electricity trap. We're just gonna have to go around a whole lot of stuff right now. And avoid the perimeter of the left-right. One of the easier to remember thing namies. Nope, getting too close to that. No, I got too close to it. Damn it. It's so hard to see. Okay, I hope it doesn't drain my battery. I forgot to read what a violent voltage did when the zone loaded in, because that's when you, I think when you arrive in the zone, you get an update about what it actually is, finally. Yeah, our goal is just to leave. Swift storm's coming. Okay, we're gonna take the shorter path. I have off-road wheels, so I can do fine. I don't think I'm even gonna stop for the anchor. I don't know, I'm worried. If it's right by the road, maybe. I have to hope that nothing bad happens at me. Not going in there. Nope. No, don't shock me, don't shock me. No, no, no. Okay, sure, fine. Just parking brake. Grab it! Ah, god damn it. Oh no. Stop doing that to my car, please. I accidentally opened the back wheel. What? Okay. Fuck it, get out. Stop. Ow. Are my wheels okay? They're okay. My car's making some noises I'm not psyched about, I think. It's making that one like rattling, popping, like sort of exhaust noise. I'm never sure what to call that actually. I'm so dumb about cars. It makes me, it reminds me of horse like clopping noises, kind of. That car noise I thought I heard. And I'm like, I don't know if I should be worried about that right now. Okay, let's not go into their hug range. Fuck, really? Really thought I dodged it. Alright, battery's down to 3 pips. Out of, I think, 10 is probably how they default it. The storm is admittedly not coming at me that quickly. So they make it be there immediately. And I guess it being a swift storm just because it's coming in at all relatively early. But it comes at you really slowly so far. Whew. Okay. We're good. So we made it this far. And I believe zone changes are supposed to be saved, so I think I'm going to let this be my cutoff point for today's episode. And the next episode, we'll deal with a important story location and also maybe my battery scares. Wish me luck.